Cape Town. Really looked good. And then Junior Player of the Year for Europe. Yeah, that was excellent.
No, she had a great year last year. Now she has time to get in the senior judo. Right now we have a Brazilian fight again.
Again, another Brazilian matchup. Well, let's hope that we get as good as we did in the previous contest. This is Erika Miranda, ranked number 4 in the world. She faces Eleudis Valemtim of Brazil. Always tricky when you've got, your team going away, nice tight team together, and then they get drawn against each other. But it's how it works out sometimes. No coaches out there. They just let the two fighters go out and sort it out themselves. Ludwig Pescher has already coached here in Abu Dhabi on one occasion.
Successfully coached.
I'm glad you added in the successful part. There's a big story to that. We won't go into it, but that was quite an occasion. Successful coach here in Abu Dhabi. Nice attempt, yeah. Left-sided from Miranda straight into to work, but that's not going anywhere. And the referee calls Mate and stands them back up.
Miranda also was really strong in the Olympic qualification. The whole series, she won the Grand Slam in Rio.
I think in a way, the Brazilians will be a little bit disappointed coming away from London. Despite the fact that they had a gold from Menezes and a bronze medal in the under 78 kilo category from Mayra Aguiar. Maybe they would have liked to have seen their heavyweight do something, and possibly at 52 and 57. It was definitely with Rafaela Silva.
She was really strong today.
Yeah.
She did a big mistake for Hans Okamaki.
Yeah, with
Caracas, Hungary.
Yeah, Caracas Hedvig. For me, that was one. There was a moment in that fight when, obviously, once the Hans Okamaki had been awarded, she was distraught. She collapsed to the tatami, and Vostrikov, the referee, couldn't get her up. He was asking her to get. She just couldn't move. She was so distraught. And Caracas went over, and when Silva saw that it was Caracas that was helping her up, she got up. The player picked her up.
Nice counter. Is Yuko or not?
Not on the board yet. So no score yet. First 2 minutes gone. 52 kilos. And I'm just going to mention quickly, because it flashed up on my screen, that Georgina Singleton, who used to fight at 52 kilos, European champion at one stage, she's 35 years old today.
Oh,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Georgie. This was her weight category for a while. Remember her fighting Petra Narex in Slovenia, in Maribor, at that European. That's quite a few years ago now. Yeah. Time flies, isn't it? Time flies.
Just been my first Europeans.
Was that your first?
Seniors.
Oh.
But coming back to this fight, Miranda is looking much more stronger and more dangerous than Valemtim.
She's doing the right thing though, isn't she? She's not trying to break her neck here, Valemtim. Taking her time. Again, this could be one of the cases where they know each other really well.
I think she doesn't want to make a mistake, and she's preparing her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Turned. I wonder if they'll give that. Maybe not, because the attempted technique was so low. They may say that Valemtim was already on the ground before she got rolled over.
But I'm not sure. Probably I didn't.
Yeah, they
But
let that one
Valemtim was
pass.
lucky right now.
Yeah, she was lucky not to get lucky that wasn't called a counter, because from time to time you see that given. It's difficult to be consistent right across the board all around the world, where all the referees do exactly the same thing and all the decisions go that way, because that could have gone against her. Not getting in there, is she?
I think that's why it's really important that we have slow motion.
Mm. And the good thing is the referees would have been watching that on the care system. I think Bernd Achilles is down there with Juan Carlos Barcos. They'll be the two people looking at that and making the decision. And that's why I thought it wouldn't score. He likes to see a
She's
little
in or
bit
not?
more. Managed to keep a tight defence. Inside the last minute then. No score yet between this pair. And we've had a few contests now go the distance, but every contest has had something in it. There's been that little bit of tension in there. To go left-sided, just ran out of room. Not really threatening her with that, but she managed to get an attack in. This one's going to go to a golden score as well.
For the first 5 minutes, Miranda was much more active.
Yeah, I think
And
if
she
they
had
were
like
going to
more dangerous attacks.
if they were going to call a hand tie now, I don't think there'd be any doubt about it that Miranda would get it. As you
But
say,
the thing is, in golden score, anything can happen. You're never safe.
not now. Once that first to score comes up there's a real danger. Here we go then with the golden score period, Miranda and Valemtim, the two Brazilians battling it out here in the relative cool of the Adnex Centre in Abu Dhabi. I can tell you it's not cool outside. It's steaming 24 hours a day. It is steaming. It must have been about 38 or 39 when we went out for lunch.
One side.
Not going to go now. It's been very hot, hasn't it, outside, walking around. I think they've managed the temperature in here okay, though. It's just about okay.
I think for fighting or warming up, it could be a little bit warmer.
Yeah? Just a little bit too cool then. Yeah.
Because after a fight, you cool down really fast.
Oh, that was dangerous. Yeah, we were talking about this last week actually, because we were in Botswana, where they had the cadet and junior African championships, and one of the coaches was complaining about the temperature, and the temperature is 18 is minimum. Minimum temperature is 18. And when we checked, it was 19. So we didn't change it, because then we probably have put it up to 20, and someone would have complained and said it's too hot.
I think best is, for me, it's like 21.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
in good shape, you get warm.
Yeah. 22 is the maximum. So 18 is the minimum, and 22 the maximum. Once it gets up to
Oh, it's in
23.
the rules. It's in the
Yeah,
rules.
yeah, it's
I
all,
didn't
it's all
know.
written down there. Yeah, we've got those settings. One of the coaches came over to complain
Because
about
I was never
it.
thinking about it because I think it's the same for everybody. So I am not thinking about temperature in competition hall.
Temperature, there's the mat density for the warm-up area, the space between the advertising hoardings and the mat edge. It's all written up in the competition rules. Those boards,
I think they're discussing now about the second Judo.
yeah, probably it would go against Valemtim. She hasn't been as active as,
I think the whole fight she was just trying not to
yeah.
get a
Both, yeah,
Both
but
get
both
sugar.
fighters get it. Yeah, yeah. No hug, just that little handshake. See, she wants to put the pressure on Miranda, and she probably felt that this was a good chance for her to do it. Couldn't come up with anything. But for me, that's not necessarily a bad performance. I wouldn't say that was a bad performance from Valemtim. There are a couple of things that she needs to look at. But, you know, it's not over and done with yet from the youngster. She could still trouble her. There's plenty of time to get closer and put some pressure on. Here's the...
was the first.
Well, I think that's... most of the time that's a score. Now I see it in slow motion.
Yes,